We're about to expose a king, not of a country, but of romance scams, operating right from within the confines of prison walls. This is a story of deception, manipulation, and the surprising ease with which someone can exploit the human heart, even while serving time. We delve into the dark world of online romance fraud, where victims are left emotionally and financially devastated. In a world saturated with online connections, could you spot a con artist lurking in love's disguise? Could you differentiate between genuine affection and a meticulously crafted scheme designed to empty your bank account and shatter your trust? The signs are often subtle, the manipulation insidious. Let's unravel Victor's twisted game. A game built on lies, false promises, and the exploitation of vulnerable individuals seeking connection. We'll dissect his methods, examine his motivations, and expose the devastating impact of his actions on the lives of his victims. This is more than just a story of fraud. It's a cautionary tale about the dangers of online relationships and the importance of vigilance in the digital age. Meet Victor, the architect of heartbreak, the master of manipulation, and the orchestrator of elaborate romance scams, all from the unlikeliest of locations. He's a ghost in the machine, a phantom lover, preying on the loneliness and vulnerability of unsuspecting individuals. On paper, he's just another inmate, a statistic in the vast and impersonal system of incarceration. He's a number, a file, a forgotten face in a sea of orange jumpsuits. But beneath the surface lies a cunning mind and a ruthless determination to exploit the system for his own gain. But with a contraband phone smuggled in against all odds and a silver tongue honed through years of manipulation and deceit, he transcends the limitations of his physical confinement. He's a puppeteer pulling strings from the shadows, weaving intricate webs of lies that ensnare unsuspecting victims. He's a master manipulator, spinning elaborate dreams and false promises from behind iron bars, preying on the hopes and desires of those seeking connection and companionship. He paints vivid pictures of a future filled with love, adventure, and financial security, all while meticulously planning his next move. He crafts fake profiles with stolen photos, carefully curating an online persona designed to attract and deceive. He researches his targets, learning their interests, their vulnerabilities, and their deepest desires, tailoring his approach to maximize his chances of success. He's a chameleon, adopting aliases as easily as changing clothes, seamlessly transitioning between different identities to maintain his anonymity and evade detection. He's a master of disguise, both online and off, constantly reinventing himself to stay one step ahead of the authorities and his victims. His backstory, always tragic, always just sympathetic enough. I'm an innocent man, wrongly accused. Will you help me? He preys on loneliness, casting his net wide in the oceans of dating apps and social media. Victims, searching for connection, fall for Victor's charm. He's attentive, romantic, and when the time is right, he asks for help. The scam starts small, a seemingly harmless request. He needs money for legal fees, a desperate plea for help navigating the complexities of the justice system. He paints a picture of unfair charges, of a system stacked against him, preying on the sympathy of those who care about him. The initial amounts are small, easily justifiable as a temporary loan to help him fight for his freedom. But this is just the beginning, the first thread in a web of deceit that will soon ensnare countless victims. Then comes the fabricated emergencies, a sick relative, a sudden and unexpected medical crisis that requires immediate financial assistance. He exploits the natural human instinct to help those in need, preying on their compassion and generosity. The stories become more elaborate, more heart-wrenching, designed to elicit maximum sympathy and ensure a steady stream of funds. Each fabricated crisis deepens the deception, solidifying the illusion of genuine need. And of course the ever-present promise of release, a chance at freedom dangled like a carrot before a starving horse. He claims to have found a legal loophole, a technicality that could secure his release. But it requires a significant upfront payment. He promises to repay everyone as soon as he's out, painting a picture of a life of gratitude and abundance. This false hope becomes a powerful motivator, driving victims to empty their savings and borrow from friends and family, all in the desperate hope of reuniting with their loved one. Each transfer, each wire, each digital transaction lines his pockets, fueling his lavish lifestyle behind bars. The money flows in from unsuspecting victims, each contribution a testament to his manipulative prowess. He watches the numbers climb, a silent celebration of his success in exploiting human empathy. This ill-gotten wealth buys him favors, protection, and influence within the prison walls. He becomes a kingpin, controlling the flow of contraband and dictating the terms of survival. His power grows with each successful scam, solidifying his position at the top of the prison hierarchy, and lets him live like royalty inside his cell. A cell transformed into a luxurious haven, equipped with amenities that defy the harsh realities of prison life. He enjoys comforts and privileges that are unimaginable to the average inmate, all thanks to the generosity of his unsuspecting victims. But the scam grows, evolving beyond simple requests for money. It becomes a sophisticated operation, a complex network of deception that spans beyond the prison walls. Victor recruits accomplices outside, individuals willing to participate in his scheme for a share of the profits. He delegates tasks, assigns roles, and orchestrates the entire operation from within his cell, transforming his prison sentence into a remote management opportunity. These accomplices become extensions of his will, carrying out his instructions and expanding the reach of his criminal enterprise, creating a web of deception, a tangled network of lies and manipulation that ensnares more and more victims. Each thread of the web is carefully crafted, designed to exploit vulnerabilities and maximize the potential for financial gain. The complexity of the web makes it difficult to unravel, protecting Victor and his accomplices from detection. His victims think they're talking to friends and family, receiving heartfelt messages and words of encouragement from loved ones. They believe they are supporting their family during a difficult time, offering a lifeline of financial and emotional support. In reality, it's all Victor, pulling every string, orchestrating every interaction, and manipulating every emotion. He is the puppet master, controlling the narrative and dictating the actions of his victims. He hides behind fake profiles and fabricated identities, creating a false sense of security and trust. His ability to manipulate and deceive knows no bounds, making him a formidable and dangerous adversary. As the scope of Victor's deception becomes horrifyingly clear, investigators begin to catch on. The initial trickle of complaints has turned into a flood, painting a disturbing picture of widespread emotional and financial devastation. Law enforcement agencies, initially scattered and unsure, now recognize the coordinated nature of these attacks. A multi-jurisdictional task force is assembled, bringing together the best minds in cybercrime, fraud investigation, and victim support. They understand that to stop Victor, they must act swiftly and decisively before he can inflict further damage on unsuspecting hearts. The pressure mounts as the digital breadcrumbs begin to coalesce, forming a clearer path towards their elusive target. Reports pour in, a relentless tide of shattered dreams and financial ruin. Each document represents a life irrevocably altered by Victor's cruel manipulations. The sheer volume of cases overwhelms the system, stretching resources to their breaking point. Detectives work tirelessly, poring over the details of each complaint, searching for common threads and identifying patterns that might lead them closer to Victor. The emotional toll is heavy as they listen to the heartbreaking stories of victims who have lost everything: their savings, their homes, and their faith in humanity. Broken hearts. The emotional wreckage left in Victor's wake is immeasurable. He preyed on vulnerabilities, exploiting the basic human need for connection and love. Victims grapple with feelings of shame, anger, and profound sadness. The betrayal cuts deep, leaving scars that may never fully heal. Support groups emerge, offering a safe space for survivors to share their experiences and begin the long process of recovery. Therapists and counselors work tirelessly to help victims rebuild their self-esteem and learn to trust again. And empty bank accounts. The financial devastation is equally staggering. Victor systematically drained his victims' accounts, leaving them with nothing. Savings accumulated over a lifetime vanish in an instant. Homes are lost, dreams are shattered, and futures are irrevocably altered. The economic impact extends beyond the individual victims, rippling through communities and straining social safety nets. Law enforcement agencies work with financial institutions to trace the flow of funds, hoping to recover some of the stolen money and bring Victor to justice. A dedicated team starts tracing digital footprints, meticulously following the labyrinthine trail of Victor's online activity. They delve into the dark corners of the internet, sifting through encrypted messages, fake profiles, and proxy servers. Each click, each post, each transaction leaves a trace, a digital breadcrumb that could lead them closer to their quarry. The team employs sophisticated cyber investigation software, analyzing vast amounts of data to identify patterns and connections that would be invisible to the naked eye. The pressure is on to stay one step ahead of Victor, who is constantly adapting his tactics to evade detection, piecing together the puzzle. The investigation is a complex jigsaw, with each piece of evidence representing a fragment of Victor's elaborate scheme. Investigators meticulously connect the dots, linking online personas to real-world identities, tracing financial transactions, and mapping out Victor's network of accomplices. They analyze phone records, email correspondence, and social media activity to build a comprehensive picture of his operations. The team works around the clock, driven by a shared determination to bring Victor to justice and provide closure to his victims. The cat-and-mouse game intensifies. Victor, confined within the prison walls, remains a formidable adversary. He uses his cunning and resourcefulness to stay one step ahead of the authorities, exploiting loopholes in the system and manipulating those around him. The investigators, in turn, ramp up their efforts, employing increasingly sophisticated techniques to track his movements and anticipate his next move. The tension mounts as the two sides engage in a high-stakes battle of wits, each determined to outsmart the other. Victor doubles down, staying one step ahead, fueled by a desperate need to maintain control. He knows that his freedom and perhaps his life depends on his ability to evade capture. He uses every trick in the book, from encrypted messaging apps to burner phones, to communicate with his network of accomplices on the outside. The pressure is immense, and the risk of exposure grows with each passing day. Yet he persists, driven by a combination of greed, arrogance, and a deep-seated fear of being held accountable for his actions. But the net is closing. The walls are closing in on Victor. As law enforcement agencies tighten their grip, his network of accomplices begins to crumble and his escape routes are cut off. The digital trail he has so carefully concealed is finally leading investigators to his doorstep. The noose tightens, and Victor realizes that his time is running out. In the end, it's not just about money, the stolen funds, the lavish lifestyle, the material possessions. Those are merely the superficial trappings of Victor's twisted game. It's about trust shattered, love twisted into a weapon. The true cost of Victor's crimes is measured in the emotional scars he has inflicted on his victims. He has stolen their innocence, their hope, and their ability to trust. He has turned love, the most beautiful and powerful of human emotions, into a tool of manipulation and destruction. Victor's story is a warning, a stark reminder of the dangers that lurk in the digital world. It serves as a cautionary tale for anyone who seeks connection and love online. Behind every online romance, there could be a hidden agenda. Not every online connection is genuine, and not every profile is what it seems. It's crucial to be vigilant and discerning, to protect yourself from those who would exploit your vulnerabilities. Be careful who you trust, especially in the virtual realm where identities can be easily fabricated and intentions can be masked. Take the time to verify information, do your research, and listen to your instincts, even when love seems just a message away. The allure of online romance can be intoxicating, but it's important to proceed with caution and protect your heart. Don't let your emotions cloud your judgment, and always prioritize your safety and well-being. Stay sharp. Be aware of the red flags, the inconsistencies, and the warning signs that could indicate a potential scam. Stay safe. Prioritize your personal security and take steps to protect yourself from online predators. And remember, the internet can be a wonderful tool for connection and discovery, but it also harbors dangers. Sometimes the most dangerous criminals wear the mask of a lover. They prey on our deepest desires and vulnerabilities, using charm and deception to gain our trust. Be vigilant, be cautious, and never underestimate the power of a skilled manipulator.